Hey guys, what's up? This is Smooth from Smooth Coaching, Asia's leading dating company, and I'm here to break down some infield footages or infield approaches from our students. And I invited a guest, all right, a model, and of course, one of the prettiest girl here in the country, Linda. All right, basically what we're gonna do is we're going to break down this infield from approaching to getting her number. So we're gonna watch first.
I just wonder what music are you listening to? Kasi it puts smile on your face.
It's about this thing.
Ano ba?
It's about this thing.
Excuse me. Hey, can we talk here? Nag-wonder na ako kasi it puts smile on your face. Baka mamaya pag pinagyan ko, mas mapangiti din ako.
Goblin thing.
What?
Goblin thing.
Sige, just for 2 minutes kasi nag-aantay yung mga friends ko. Naantay ko lang sila, naantay ko yung text nila. But since na nakausap na kita, I just want to say hi.
Hi.
What? I'm or JJ, no? Or JJ, yeah. Ba't ganyan yung alam mo parang ginuwi talaga?
Oo, kasi kilay ko talaga. Alam mo sa akin, kilay Israel.
Talaga?
Yeah.
Ganun ba mga girls? I don't think so. Kasi yung ex-girlfriend ko naman, wala talagang kilay na.
Talaga ba?
Pati eyelash mo, talaga parang pahaba niya na.
Legit yan.
Yung ano?
Yung lashes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No way. Inanon mo lang? Ano ba tawag doon? Ginanon mo lang? Mascara mo lang. Sige, actually, baka kasi nag-aantay yung friend ko, but I would want to spend that kahit 2 minutes lang sa'yo. Kasi we have something, I don't know, but kanina nakita ka habang papasok ka, our energy just match. Parang alam mo yun, yung energy mo, yung energy ko biglang nag-match. Tapos parang may tumulak sa akin, parang tinulak ako ni Cupido na tapikin ka at kausapin.
Oo.
I don't know,
Facebook.
See?
Yung talk ko nag-aantay sa
No, it's fine. I'm not your dog, by the way. No, just kidding. I will not wait for you. So, we just want to, I will just get your number. Then, hopefully, we can text each other. Then, if not, let's be friends. Don't think that I'm hitting on you or what. Let's just be friends and we'll see what's happening next. Hagasan ka ba?
Alam ko eh.
It's fine.
Siguro okay lang ako Facebook na.
Wala akong data ngayon eh. Okay lang yan.
Wala ba?
Sige.
Right,
0927.
0927. 507.
Sige, kunin ko na rin Facebook mo para type, ikaw na mag-type ko.
Dalawa.
Hindi naman magkakalit boyfriend ko eh.
Sabi niya wala siyang data. Tapos kinuha niya rin.
Doon yun, di ba malapit sa Valenzuela? Malayo nga. Pero okay lang naman, sa drive away.
Sorry, don't put N single M. Anyway, it was nice talking with you.
Yeah, see you na.
For the rest of your day. JJ, right?
Yeah, no, I'm your JJ na. Okay, sounds nice meeting you. Bye-bye.
Alright, so you just saw infield footage from approaching to getting her number. So what do you think about that?
I think that it was success because she gave her Facebook and her number, but I think that the guy talks too much, which is kind of, you know the word cringe?
Yeah.
It's kind of cringe-worthy how much he talks, but you know, she gave her number to Facebook, so... And as you can see, halfway through the video, she was already trying to cut it off by saying, I'll just give you my Facebook, which is what I keep telling you, that is the point, is that they should just get to the point. And she also wanted him to get to the point. That's why she gave... Because the whole point of doing this is to get their contact details, right? So, yeah, he kind of talks too much, which is a turn-off, but it was successful for him because he got her personal details.
Actually, one of the whole point what he's doing this is at least to attract her, not just getting her number, but just to attract her. Just the fact that I can only see a little bit of attraction indicators here. And you're right, if the girl gives you indicators of interest already, hey, here's my number, take my Facebook, then grab that opportunity. Don't just wait, you know, because you will lose the, what they call this, the opportunity on that thing. And you were saying that he's talking too much. Yes, he's talking too much, but you have to check, or you have to see how people create conversation. If you're going to approach a person, you're the one who will lead the conversation in the first 5 to 10 minutes. Because she's not going to talk to you. She's not going to create a conversation. She's not going to make you stay in front of you, especially if you're nothing to her. it's a good thing. You should know what to say. You should know what to talk about, and that's I suggest you guys to at least have a canned material. Okay, canned material is like for newbies. Because if you're newbies, most of the time you will get nervous, and when you're nervous, you don't know what to say. You stutter like that. At the same time, your mind goes blank. That's the reason why I suggest to newbies to at least have their own canned materials. And canned materials is what you say in the first, second, until getting a number. But again, if you're new to this, okay. But if you've been talking to different people, if you're really comfortable talking to strangers, then you don't need this. All you have to do is just be yourself. Straight to the point. Why are you talking to her? Show intent, but don't be needy, because again, aggressiveness is not a good thing.
And as you just said, I mean, I know that you say that talking is important, but like what you said, proper script of what you're going to say would be better. And it would be better if you're prepared, not just saying random weird things that has no point. Because, I mean, I never have conversations like that. I mean, I always pretty much have the same thing that I always say to people, I'm just going to say to them, I wouldn't actually approach a guy first, but if someone introduced me to a friend, like this is my friend, and then I wanted to talk to them, I would say, where are you from? What do you do? What kind of work are you into? Where do you usually hang out? So what do you do other than what you already know that they do? Example, let's say that they student. So you're gonna say, so what do you do when you're not studying? Or what do you do when you're not in school? What province are you from? I always ask people that question. And then that's pretty much it. And unless we start to go into topics that we both want to talk about, like I would probably just say those simple plain things. Like I wouldn't say a lot of random stuff like what those people in the videos have been saying, because it's kind of awkward when you say stuff like that. Like your conversation should have a point. Actually, that's something that I noticed with young people, older guys, when they ask me to invite girls, if we have some sort of event, they would say that don't get the ones not too young, because we want girls who talk with sense. Because that's what a lot of young people do, is that they have conversations with no sense, with
nothing inside,
nothing important, not talking about anything important. Because when you get to a certain age, you'll notice that people will always ask you the same questions. Where are you from? What do you do? What do you do in your spare time? What kind of places do you like to frequent? That's about it, really. Conversation with sense.
The most important thing when approaching strangers, especially women, like in this video, is very non-threatening. All right, it's very non-threatening. He made the girls laugh, even if his joke is kind of corny, but still it's very non-threatening. At the same time, the body language is really good too. He's not needy, he's not leaning in, he's not fidgeting like very nervous. What do you think about the way he talks? Is he very nervous? Well, yeah, he talks really fast, but I know the guy really talks really fast. Even if he's not nervous, he talks really fast. But again, even if the person don't know you that you talk really fast, she will still think that you're nervous.
Yes.
So you have to practice speaking slowly, because speaking slowly is very powerful. It shows confidence.
It's very important to speak slowly. It really is.
And also, one of the thing that I saw here is when getting her number. Okay, if you check it here, getting her number.
Oh, and another thing I want to tell you is that as a girl, if I wasn't 110% sure that I really want to talk to this guy, I always say, I'll just give you my Facebook. A lot of people say, can I get your number? And then I'll say, do you have Instagram? Or I'll give you my Facebook. And then they wouldn't usually say why, but the reason why is because if I give someone my number who I might not want to end up talking to for a long time, they already have my number. So it's like a trap. They have your number already, so they're going to bother you and they're going to have your number. So that's why I would first start off by saying, I'll just give you my Facebook, because that way you can easily ignore their messages if you don't want to. But if I really like that person, then yeah, of course I'll give them my number. But if I can see, Diba, she said Facebook, then he said no, then she said, can we just do Facebook?
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah. That's why she said that.
Yeah, that's a good advice though for you guys who's asking number. And if the girl tell you, hey, just get my Instagram and follow me, or Facebook, that means she's not really attracted to you.
There is a difference between being attracted to someone and really attracted to someone. Example, let's say that you've met someone you've been wanting to meet for a long time, or you met someone who's like really, really good, like very good looking or very successful, who you would definitely give your number to. Yes, but then you meet someone who, and this is what happens most of the time that you meet your future boyfriends or girlfriends, is that you meet someone, you didn't expect anything, and then you started talking, and then you ended up liking each other. Like, not everyone that you end up with is someone who you're super attracted to. Example, none of my ex-boyfriends is very guapo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And none of them, when I first started talking to them, I expected was going to be my partner. But the fact is, I was interested enough to say to them, let's talk on this other platform.
You said that most of your boyfriends or all the guys that you're been with are not guapo, right? So what personality you saw from them?
That we could conversate without any big issues. Example, like sometimes people talk to you who are good looking, but then you don't like the way that they talk to you, like they're so aggressive or they're rude. But of course, the people that I ended up with, it's like we talked, then we decided we wanted to keep talking, then we decided that we are going to talk again. Even if we're not super attracted to each other, like our conversation like flowed. So that's what I'm saying, like just because she says she wants to give you her Facebook, it doesn't mean that it's the end. Like that means that we can talk, but I don't want to give you my number yet. Because giving someone your number is like, it's like giving them a key to your house. It's like once you give them your number, that's it. Like you're stuck with this person knowing your number for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Even if you realize on this after 2 hours that they're very annoying, you've already given them your number. So the best thing to do is you give them your Facebook, you give them their Instagram. If you don't like them anymore, that's what the ignore message button is for.
Is there any ignore message there?
Oh yeah, I ignore people every day. Yeah.
How many? Okay, how many guys message you every day?
Hundreds.
Really?
Oh yeah, hundreds. But what I'm saying is you're giving someone the option to talk to you again by giving them your Facebook or your Instagram. Yeah, giving someone your number in the past before social media is normal. But after social media was invented, it gives people a way to talk to you where it's not so intrusive.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's much better to talk to someone on Instagram as well, because the reason why they invented the scene and then also like emojis and taking picture online.
Yeah.
That's so that people can have better conversations.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it's not that personal when you have conversations through text, because obviously through text there's not much emotion. But example, if you're gonna have conversations through online, the good thing is that it can become more than just a conversation. I'll give you an example. So this is my friend, just my friend. We actually have only met twice. We don't even know much about each other, but because we're always posting story, we're always like sending pictures and then always commenting on each other's stories. That's how we become close, is because every time I'm gonna post story, maybe he's gonna say, that's my favorite also, or he's gonna say, true. You know what I mean? Or we're gonna send a picture. So that's why social media is also a good platform for talking to each other, because there's different ways of interacting with each other other than just through chat.
All right, before we end this one up, I'd like you to at least give advice to guys out there who's watching us, like the best advice you can give.
Okay.
What do you think is the best thing to do when talking to women, having a relationship, or at least if you guys don't like each other anymore, what to do? So
it all depends on who the girl is, but for me, I've always been someone that likes people not shy and people not quiet. So my favorite type of way for someone to talk to me in any type of environment is just to come off as casual and non-threatening. The thing that I hate the most, no matter who the person is or what they look like or what they have, is I don't like people who are very aggressive. And by aggressive, I mean that they won't take no for an answer. They keep insisting even if you're busy or even if you're trying to get away from them. So if I was a guy and I was approaching me, I would just say, hey, are you with someone? Are you from around here? Do you usually go in places like this? What do you do here? What nationality are you? Is your mom Filipino? And then if the person is still talking to me, I would say, would you like to buy me a drink if you're still waiting for your friends? And then introduce myself and then ask them for their online social account, and that would be it for me. And that alone for me is enough to get something started, because usually if I saw a guy that I liked and then I had their social media That would be how we would start to to know each other, because you really can't get to know each other, get to know each other in just one day if you didn't go out actually planning to meet each other. What I mean by that is that if she's with her friends or if you're with your friends, you know, it would be very difficult for you to get to know each other in just one night. So that's why I say it's important to chat online. And the good thing about online is that there's no threat. That means that if she doesn't want to reply, she doesn't have to reply. If she doesn't want to say as much as you say, she doesn't have to, because she's not in front of your face. Because being in front of someone's face can make them feel very nervous. So that would be my best advice. And then, like what we talked about earlier about give and take, like the conversation should be back and forth, not like one way.
1:15.
Yeah, because I've talked to guys that got my number, but then I noticed that I was the one talking most of the time, and it doesn't feel good for anyone to continue like that. I mean, if she's not interested in you, there's nothing much you can really do about it, but you really have to be casual and cool when you talk to people. That's really important.
And lastly, I'd like you to like give girls advice when what to do. Like, because there's a lot of girls who's watching us right now. How to treat guys too, especially when they're nice naman. Let's be real here, all right? There's a lot of nice guys who talk to women, and women just like, no, go. You know, you probably experience this kind of stuff. Maybe some of your friends treat guys like that. You know, when a guy opens the door for girls don't even say thank you. It's just like nothing. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is like, I want you to at least say something to these girls, how to treat guys who are very nice.
I think that you just need to give everyone at least a little chance when they're trying to talk to you, and hear them out for like a little while. But once you realize that they're not your type, then you can just tell them to follow you online, so at least they don't feel completely rejected. That way they can still like get in touch with you if ever you wanted to talk to them in the future. That's about it really, I think.
Anyway, for the last thing, how's your experience here?
It's good.
Yeah. All right, guys, before I say goodbye, I'd like to thank you for watching us. But anyway, I'd like to clarify things that Linda is not a member of Smooth Coaching. At the same time, is not part of the company. All right, I invited her here to get her perspective on the video.